Tonight, coronavirus in Minnesota. Officials confirmed the results of the first case in the Twin Cities, why further testing is needed.
And 1 year later, after the only fire hall on Madeline Island burned to the ground, we take a look at their rebuild efforts.
Plus, on to the championship. Hermantown Hockey earns a big victory in the state tourney. A look at how they got here and what's next.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. There is now one confirmed presumptive case of coronavirus in the state of Minnesota.
The person is an older Ramsey County resident who traveled on a cruise ship that had a known case. State officials confirmed the person began to develop symptoms last Tuesday. The patient was said to be in isolation at home and recovering. Minnesota Department of Health officials say they were still awaiting confirmation from the CDC, but that health officials consider the presumptive results actionable. Meanwhile, Governor Tim Walz says that the state is prepared to handle an outbreak.
As we watch this outbreak spread in other states and countries, we knew it was likely that we would see it here in Minnesota at some point. State and local governments have been working hard for about the past month to prepare, as many in the private sector have. I'm confident Minnesota is prepared for this.
Minnesota Commissioner of Health Jan Malcolm said that they've been anticipating the first case of coronavirus in Minnesota and used the announcement as a reminder for Minnesotans to do all they can to help slow the spread of the illness.
Meanwhile, Duluth hospitals say they are not currently treating any patients suspected of having the coronavirus. However, officials with St. Luke's say there are many types of coronavirus that are present every day. Dr. Harmony Tyner says these types are in regular circulation and usually cause the common cold. Tyner says these are separate from the current COVID-19 strand of coronavirus. Duluth city officials say they do have a plan in place to handle the coronavirus. The city's emergency management team's pandemic plan would be carried out with county, state, and federal partners. Duluth's fire chief was not available for an interview today on plans or details.
Meanwhile, St. Louis County has launched 2 new ways of sharing the latest coronavirus information. The first is a new hotline. The phone number is listed on your screen there. Health professionals will answer that line and return calls during normal business hours, Mondays through Fridays. County officials also added a section on their website specifically dedicated to coronavirus information. We have a link to that on our website. Meanwhile, today, President Trump signed an $8.3 billion spending plan to help curb the spread of the virus. Minnesota is set to see about $10 million of that, according to U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Memorial Blood Centers is announcing a, quote, urgent need for blood donations. According to officials, they typically see fewer donors during flu season, but the shortage is being enhanced by growing coronavirus concerns. Officials say donating blood is safe. Staff is trained to take precautions in order to prevent spreading germs. You can head to our website for more information on how to donate.
Another 28 people have died from the flu in Minnesota this year. That's according to recently released data from the state's health department. Statewide, 95 people have died from flu-related illnesses this season. That matches the total from all of last flu season. There have also been more than 3,200 hospitalizations, which is about 700 more than last year. Health officials say there are a number of ways to limit the spread.
If you are sick, stay home. Try to avoid close contact with people that you know are sick. Good cough hygiene, coughing into your sleeve, covering your cough every time.
The flu is still considered widespread in Minnesota.
Here's a live look at downtown Duluth. Today, the city is celebrating its 150th birthday. In 1870, the town of Duluth was formed thanks to a bill passed by the Minnesota State Legislature. City leaders are planning a birthday celebration for the fall.
All right, Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. Kind of cool this morning for some folks.
North of Duluth, it got colder than I expected. Thanks for calling me out on that, Kristen. But
sorry, Dave.
I'm one of the few meteorologists that'll fess up when he's wrong. I thought we'd drop to about 0 up north, but it went well below in places like Ely. I'll show you some of those temperatures in a few more minutes, but right now we'll show you the situation. Sure, that high pressure system coming in pulled in cold air this morning, but now it's going to be pulling up warm southern air. So for Saturday, it's going to be sunny and warm. before Sunday comes around, and that low from the west clouds things up again and brings us a chance perhaps for some precip. So taking a look at our weekend forecast, tonight it'll be partly cloudy but shouldn't be as cold, looking at a low temp of 24 above here in the Twin Ports. Saturday, thanks to the high, should be mostly sunny and awfully mild, 46 here in the Twin Ports. Away from the lake, farther inland, some towns could crack 50 degrees. Then come Sunday, it stays fairly warm, upper 40s, but the clouds build in. Will that lead to any Monday snow? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. The Hermantown Hawks high school hockey team is headed to the state title game once again.
This comes after a drubbing of St. Cloud Cathedral in today's semifinal matchup in St. Paul this afternoon.
Neil Viersba is in with more on their deep run in the state tourney. Neil.
Survive and advance. That's just what the Hermantown hockey team is doing down at the state tournament. And now it's on to the state championship game. That's where you'll find our very own Ryan Campo, who's down in St. Paul and has more.
Yeah, Neil, the XL Energy Center this afternoon was packed. They had to go not 2 rows deep, but we're talking to the nosebleeds to allow the people that were trying to catch 2 of the heavyweights in Class A go toe-to-toe. However, after a 2-0 early lead in the first, also a brawl after the first period, Hermantown got itself going, and they kept it going throughout the third. However, St. Cloud Cathedral would not give up just easily. They cut it to 3-2 just about 4 minutes into the third. But Joey Pierce, a UMD commit, would later seal the deal, and 2 empty netters would also seal the deal for the Hermantown Hawks, sending them to the Class A state title game. Now puck drop set for 12 o'clock tomorrow. We will obviously have continuing coverage of that on air and online, CBS3.com. Now, coming up later in sports, we'll hear from the Hawks and how they are preparing for tomorrow's matchup against Matamidi. For now, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan. And as you mentioned, we'll have continued coverage, including highlights and reaction, coming up in sports.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Neil. City officials are taking new initiatives to address the problem of illegal garbage dumping on city roadways, especially on one road in Gary, New Duluth.
CBS 3's Jenna Wells spoke with city councilors about their new proposal to solve the problem.
Kristen and Tony, 108th Avenue West in Gary, New Duluth is currently littered with old mattresses, couches, chairs, and other trash. City officials say this is a problem that's been going on for quite some time, and the city has been paying thousands of their own dollars to clean it up. That's why city councilors Janet Kennedy and Derek Medved created a resolution that would temporarily close off a stretch of 108th Avenue West to through traffic. Medved says blocking off the road would allow them to better monitor the area for illegal dumping and help them determine long-term solutions. This could include adding better lighting or cameras. The city will also conduct a traffic study on the road to better understand the impacts that a closure would have.
This is a very hot spot for illegal dumping at this time, and we want to try to mitigate that and reduce the amount of illegal activity and dumping in this certain area. A lot of community stakeholders are very disappointed, and it's unfortunate that, this is taking part in a beautiful part of our community.
Medved says if the resolution is approved by the city council on Monday, the road could close as early as Tuesday morning. He says they'll make sure that all residents still have access to their property and that there are plenty of alternative routes nearby. Officials tell me they also want to use this resolution as a way to raise awareness about illegal garbage dumping throughout the city, and they want to let the community know about other options to get rid of their unwanted items. I'll tell you more about their plan tonight at 10.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Well, this was the scene on Madeline Island a year ago today when the island's only fire hall burnt to the ground. Not only did the blaze destroy their fire station, but also everything in it.
Since then, the fire department has been working out of a makeshift space with donated equipment. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with the fire chief to learn how the department has coped and what's ahead.
A year ago today, this is where the Madeline Island Fire Hall stood. It's been a year of hardship for the department, finding new space to house their equipment and getting back on their feet. One of the challenges the department has faced is finding space for the trucks, ambulances, and gear. Currently, equipment is being stored in 3 different buildings while they wait for the new fire hall to be built. Fire Chief Rick Ricketzer says it has been a challenge.
All we've been doing is swapping equipment from building to building. The ambulance service at the worst because I think they've been to 3 different buildings, but now they have a nice home until we get our fire hall built.
The department received multiple donations from the community and fire departments across the country. But hope is on the horizon. Plans to rebuild the fire hall are already underway, and construction is set to begin in the spring.
All right, thanks, Emma. And tonight we'll be hearing more about those rebuilding plans and donations at 10 o'clock.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Battle of the Bots. Teams are duking it out for the title of the best at the deck this weekend. We'll take you there next.
A little bit cooler start to the morning than I expected, as I mentioned. 3 above here in the Twin Ports. Top temp of 29, undercut normal by a degree, but we get our vengeance tomorrow with sunshine and highs in the 40s, even 50s. We'll talk about how long that's going to last coming up in just a few more minutes.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Bucky, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS 3.
Vaping has been declared a national epidemic among youth. 1 in 3 high schoolers vape in northeastern Minnesota.
My child started having seizures from vaping. There's still so many unknown chemicals.
1 vape cartridge has as much nicotine as at least 2 packs of cigarettes.
My child was hospitalized with severe lung injuries.
They said it was no big deal.
My child said it was no risk.
That it was under control.
That's what my child said. But what could I have said? Get the facts and talk to your child today.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team. We are a growing family-owned company that provides opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. From flexible scheduling and variety in jobs to competitive wages and exceptional benefits, Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you with the foundation for career advancement in the communities we serve. Come join our team, Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
Live in concert in the Otter Creek Event Center, Black Bear Casino Resort lights up the stage with Clay Walker Friday, May 15th.
Then what you gonna do when the new wears off and the
With hit after hit for the last 3 decades, his smooth voice and energetic stage presence have made him one of the busiest artists on the road.
I can make a living out of loving you.
Tickets available at the Players Club or online at blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place.
It's the biggest indoor RV show north of the Twin Cities at Hilmerson RV in Little Falls. March 2nd through the 7th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Shop over 75 RVs indoors and 350 on the ground with the nation's top brand names. Free admission and financing as low as 3.99%. Visit with factory reps and take advantage of the absolute best prices. Everything from pop-ups to motorhomes. Don't miss the indoor RV show March 2nd through the 7th at Hilmerson RV, Highway 10 in Little Falls, or online at hilmersonrv.com.
When it's time for a total re-roofing or a replacement of your falling shingles, call William K. Construction. Residential or commercial, will give you a free inspection and estimate. William K. Construction has been licensed since 2000 and has over 30 years of experience in all types of quality roofing services to Northland homes and businesses. Our roofing services include installations, modifications, patching, repairs, and more. William K. Construction, serving Duluth, Cloquet, and Superior. Visit us online or call us today.
All rise. As a new judge, I see the law with a jury through a different lens. But my ultimate goal is justice. You've had great success pushing the system, but sometimes the system pushes back.
Order! Forget what people expect of you. Focus on the law.
You are built for this, Your Honor. This is my house, and it has to be a safe place for everyone.
A new All Rise, Monday at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS 3 Duluth. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Higher pressure settling into our region dropped temperatures down. It's a western high rather than a northern Arctic one, so I didn't think the temperature drop would be this drastic, but it got pretty brisk up north this morning. 10 below International Falls, 9 below Orr, 7 below Hibbing, 15 degrees below zero in Ely, and then that cold air must have run down Highway 1 because Silver Bay dropped to 2 below as well. Well, the high pressure cell is going to get, like I mentioned a little bit earlier here, its vengeance tomorrow when it starts to pull a southerly wind into the region, and that'll warm us into the 40s, even 50s. Right now at the airport in Duluth, it's 23. At least it's above zero. 74% is the relative humidity, and the easterly, southeasterly wind is going 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow it should be due south and go about 15, which will really pump in the heat energy and nudge those temperatures upwards. Air pressure, it's high, 30.43 inches of mercury, 1,031 millibars. Likely will stay high through Saturday, but lower pressure comes to call again as early as Sunday to cloud things up and bring us our next precip chance. Current regional temps go from 26 to 28 in the Upper Peninsula, 25 to even 34 degrees in northwestern Wisconsin, 34 Hayward, 27 Superior, 32 Moose Lake, 23 towards Two Harbors, a little bit cool up the Gunflint, 16 there. Then Ely rose to the occasion from 15 below to 28 above. 35 International Falls, 32 for Hibbing, similar temperature. Down 169 towards Grand Rapids. Tomorrow's high temps, probably 45 to 50 for Minnesota and 50 to 55 for a lot of places in Wisconsin and the UP. So a sign of spring, a sure sign of spring. Well, there are no sure signs of spring around here, you know, this time of year, but at least it's a hint. So for Saturday, high pressure in the center part of the country, big sunshine from the south coast to the north coast here, Lake Superior. It'll be a beautiful day, but further to the west, like I mentioned, there's that low pressure system that's coming to call. Yeah, I don't think it's going to bring snow on Sunday. It'll cloud things up on Sunday. It won't cool things down. We'll still be in the upper 40s come Sunday, but Monday morning, there's a slight chance for light snow, maybe a trace to an inch. Not a big deal at all. Could be gone already by Monday afternoon. So let's get into the forecast here. We'll begin with Minnesota's for tonight, and this time around it should be warmer. 18 in Ely will be the cool spot to as warm as 27 on Park Point. Partly cloudy sky as the high continues to conquer us, and the wind becomes southerly 5 to 15. Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps there. Pretty toasty, really. 20 to 23 above, partly cloudy sky. Southerly wind again there, 5 to 15 miles per hour, too. Now, tomorrow, Wisconsin and Michigan, mostly sunny sky. South wind keeps the heat up and could run from a cool of 49 by the lake in Superior to 55 degrees down towards Hayward and Cable and Trego, places like that. Minnesota, not quite as warm, but still not bad this time of year. The normal's 30, and we go from 42 by the lake near Grand Marais to as warm as 50 down towards Barnum and Moose Lake, and everybody else in between. The mostly sunny sky is not going to last forever, though. Already that low pressure system from the west makes it mostly cloudy on Sunday. Still upper 40s, though. Then the cold front of the low comes through Monday morning, kicks up a 30% chance of light snow, and drops the high temps back into the 30s. So it'll be more realistic from Monday through next Wednesday, Tony and Kristen, before we start to approach the 40s once again by next Thursday.
Looks very spring-like. Thanks, Dave. Today was the first day of the annual First Robotics competition, and 123 teams are competing this weekend at the deck.
Not every team can win, but that did not stop them from having fun. CBS3's chief photojournalist Wyatt Buckner was there and brings us the action.
So we're here for the First Robotics regional competition. There's a big structure in the middle of the field that's called the shield generator. And there's goals at each end of the field where they shoot balls. The balls power up the generator, and then at the end of the game, they climb on the shield generator, activate the generator, and protect it from an incoming asteroid. So the theme's really fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's really enjoyable because you get to see what other people came up with.
The first 15 seconds of the competition is actually autonomous. So the drivers are not driving the robot, the computers are driving the robot. And that's an extra challenge.
What's your guys' favorite part? Oh, just the excitement, the energy, and the teamwork.
One match they might be playing with a particular team, the next match they might be playing against that particular team. So it's a fairly different kind of competition. Everybody wants all the other teams to do as best as they can for whatever the robot was designed to do. It's all about sharing information and learning.
The competition continues tomorrow, and the winners will move on to the World Championship.
Speaking of championships,
that's right.
We have a big one to talk about. Hey, Neil?
That's right. 2 down, 1 to go for the Hermantown hockey team. We'll have highlights of the Class A semifinal clash with St. Cloud Cathedral plus reaction coming up right after the break.
Up to 60% off on the North Face and Columbia winter clothing.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Empire Roofing, it's about trust. Spring is here. It's time for a free roof inspection from the team at Empire Roofing. Empire's a local family business with outstanding customer reviews. Empire's also a GAF Master Elite roofing contractor. And GAF has released its revolutionary new HDZ shingles. They're so much better than old school shingles. They have an outstanding wind speed warranty. So important in this part of the country. Have your roof inspected now. Contact Empire Roofing at empireroofingmn.com or call 218-724-5584.
America's Most Watched Network. Tonight starting at 7, only on CBS3 Duluth. Then stay tuned for CBS3 News at 10. When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother and I know how hard it can be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
When a crisis strikes, cash is the best form of relief. It can easily be transformed into health services, water, food, or clothes. Cash can travel everywhere and aid people all around the world. Donate. Smart. Fast. Donate cash.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Come Monday night, I'll be saying the weekend was way, way too short. And the work week is going to be a long one.
I'm so tired, I'm going to cry.
You cry like you get. What I need is an hour of laughs.
He's my friend. Best friend. Slow down a little bit, Dave.
It's a full hour of funny. A new neighborhood, followed by a new Bob Arts Abishola. Monday, starting at 8/7 Central on CBS.
The Hermantown boys hockey team has played hungry since the beginning of the playoffs, scoring at least 6 goals in every game without allowing more than a goal. Entering their state semifinal matchup, a heavyweight bout against St. Cloud Cathedral. 7 Division I commits on the ice. First period, the Hawks bring the intensity. Cole and Cliff. Coach Andrews calls him a little bit of hate because he's a pesky one. Makes it 1-0 Hermantown. Just before the end of the period, they were going after Blake Biondi, but it didn't matter. He puts one away to make it 2-0 after 1. Then tensions running high. A brawl breaks out after a couple Crusaders go after Biondi. The coaches would later apologize and make peace. And the Hawks continue their pressure. A guy we haven't heard a lot from this year, Caden Sunday. 3-0 Hermantown. St. Cloud wasn't going down without a fight in the third, though. Ethan Cumming chips one in. All of a sudden, it's 3-2. The momentum wouldn't last long, though. The future Bulldog Joey Pierce tips in a rebound in the crease. The Hawks are championship game bound with a 6-2 win over St. Cloud Cathedral.
I was really proud of our guys having each other's back, and it gave us a ton of energy. And we talked about that, that was a big part of our game plan. Was we play fast and we try to play physical, and we're hard to handle when we do that, but we were very cognizant of being physical with them. And I don't think they liked that very much, especially in the first period. We took it to them pretty good, and I think their tempers got going a little bit.
I knew today I had to play defense first, and the offense would come. And right away, I didn't really take the rush for a while, but then stuff started to open up after late in the first, and I got the goal in the third, that was huge.
The Bulldogs enter their final regular season series with the hopes of clinching a share of the NCHC regular season title. UMD would need to sweep St. Cloud State this weekend and have Omaha sweep North Dakota in order for that to happen. No matter the results of this weekend, UMD is guaranteed of finishing no lower than second place, a spot they have finished twice in the last 3 seasons. Head coach Scott Sandelin says his team must start fast in order to get the results that they want.
We can't afford to have lapses. We can't afford to start games not with the intensity, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. You know, obviously, you know, these guys beat us twice. Our guys know that. Yeah, would you like a little redemption? Certainly, but we got to play good hockey. They're playing well too, and you know, this is the end of the year, and we've got to eliminate those types of starts and types of lapses, and play more, you know, the way we did in the second period and maybe even the third period at CC.
In baseball news, the Brewers have locked up their face of the franchise for the next 9 years as outfielder Christian Yelich signed a new contract worth $215 million. The 2018 NL MVP is coming off a season in which he clubbed 44 home runs and drove in 97 runs. The Brewers open the regular season on March 26th. When they welcome in the Chicago Cubs. And the only comment I can make to that is must be nice.
Yeah. Who's his agent? I feel like we need to get him on the line. Is that Scott Boras or?
Neil,
it's one of the...
help us out here. Figure it out.
I'll make some calls.
Yeah. Thanks, Neil.
Well, a new big cat exhibit opens tomorrow at the Lake Superior Zoo. You can get your first look at Pumas Tacoma and Olympia. The pair was orphaned last year in Washington State. They moved to the zoo last year, and after spending some time settling in, they'll now be on display in their new habitat. It has a viewing window, allowing visitors to get close to the big cats. The zoo is open from 10 to 4.
All right, Dave. Sunshine and warmth is on our doorstep just in time for the weekend.
Tomorrow, yes, it'll be on your shoulder as
All
the
right.
song goes. Let's fire up that 7-day forecast. Thanks to high pressure coming in from the west, first it drug in colder air than expected this morning. And today's top temps bubbled under normal. But tomorrow we go above normal. 46 is what I think we'll get here in the Twin Ports. Should crack 50 degrees for much northern Wisconsin and the UP. Come Sunday, the sunshine goes away. A new low pressure system increases the clouds. But the temperatures stay pretty mild. But that low pressure system coming through Monday morning and its cold front will kick up a chance for light snow and kick down the temperatures at least through Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday. Our next round of precip is just some 30% stray shower mix chances. Sounds like Sean Connery again here, Wednesday and Thursday. Followed by a warm-up come Thursday, Friday, back into the 40s.
All right, I'm looking forward to that sunshine.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 10.
CBS3